Hello everyone, it's Rasa von Werder from the University of Mother God Church, and I'm reading an article by William Bond, the prophet of matriarchy, the voice and the right hand of Mother God, my best matriarchal friend from England, and he's calling this article, Why Are Men Evil? I love it. All right. So I continue. This is about how evil Hitler was. He goes, some people claim that Adolf Hitler was mentally ill. And looking at his early life, this is not surprising. Clearly, his early experiences had taught him how to deeply hate other people. This wasn't a big issue while he was only a common soldier, but became a disaster when he ended up as a leader of a powerful nation. By the way, I just saw a documentary recently that amazed me. I'm not a big expert on politics and history or anything. You know, I'm an expert on female supremacy and matriarchy. I'm good at that. Very good at that. But if you ask me about everything that men did, I call it men's history. Screw that, you know. It bores the crap out of me. But nevertheless, I'm average in my knowledge of it. So anyway, so I saw a documentary on Mussolini. And what amazed me and shocked me, I thought Mussolini got his ideas from Hitler. But according to this documentary, Mussolini was doing his tyranny for 10 full years before Hitler. When Hitler just got started, Mussolini was already 10 years into being this crazed dictator. And Hitler loved him. And Hitler got a lot of cues and a lot of ideas from Mussolini. As one scumbag to another, you know. Nearly all the leaders of the Nazi Party fought in the First World War and were trained to kill and were traumatized by this. They also experienced the humiliating Treaty of Versailles, 1919, which condemned the German people to widespread poverty. The purpose of this treaty was to punish the German people for starting the war, but not Germany's leader. It didn't punish Germany's leader, Kaiser Wilhelm II, who was the dictator who led the German people into the war. Why didn't they just take away all his riches and money and everything he had personally? You know, instead of punishing the people. The people didn't do it. Like, what have I got to do with any of these wars? Or in any country? I mean, I was born in Germany. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with any war in America. Nothing. I'm not against people defending themselves. I'm not against just wars. When you have to defend yourself, you have to. You have to fight. But I'm against imperialism. Going where it's none of your business. All these major countries, all of them, Russia, America, England, Italy when Mussolini was in power, any of them that attack other countries to steal, kill, and destroy, to take what they have, are wrong. Noam Chomsky said war should be illegal. Yeah, but who's going to enforce it? United Nations? United Nations is another puppet. I learned from Noam Chomsky about that. I'm a student of Noam Chomsky, Michael Parenti, and the late Howard Zinn. The dissidents. They were great, great teachers. The Nazis who wanted revenge on the people whom they thought wrecked their country, they start off blaming the Jews, but not the Kaiser. Then they went on to have vengeance on the countries that defeated them in World War I, which caused the Second World War. This showed that having ex-military men rule a country was really a bad idea. Well, we had a good ex-military man. We had a guy I really liked, Eisenhower. That's when I was a child. He was a good man, I believe. I believe he was a good man. I don't think he was a warmonger. In fact, he left a statement. He said, beware, beware. This is me talking, not William Bond. The greatest threat and danger is the military industrialized complex. Beware of them. Oh, he's got that right. We have puppets. The whole world, almost, not every single country, but almost every country has puppets for prime ministers, presidents, leaders. Now, one place that does not have a puppet is Iceland. It's a woman. And I don't think New Zealand, yeah, is it New Zealand? Yeah, I don't think New Zealand is a puppet of anyone. It's got a woman leader. If she's still in, was a woman leader. I'm not an expert. I don't remember every detail of everything on Earth that happened. You know, but it was a woman a few years ago. And Iceland was a woman who put all the bankers in jail. So she's nobody's puppet. But most of these people are influenced by the shadow government, the Illuminati, they call them shadow government, Bilderbergers. They meet in Bohemian Grove in San Francisco and decide who the next president will be, who the next big governors will be, like when Arnold became governor. They decided they weren't going to let Hillary be the first woman president. They're going to let a black man be the first black president. They decided. The people didn't decide crap. You think your vote counts? Your vote don't mean shit. They count the votes any way they want. They count the votes any way they want. They wanted President Trump to be the president. They didn't want They didn't let Hillary for some reason. They didn't let her be. I think that God didn't let her be president because I think she would have been assassinated. I don't think God wanted her assassinated. There would have been trouble. She would have become president and got assassinated. We didn't get a popular Nazi party in Germany after World War II because the Western countries became frightened of the Soviet Union. So they built up German industry because they wanted the German people on their side against the communist threat. I never knew that. William Bond is very smart about politics. Very smart. I didn't know we helped them. I was wondering how they got to be so, you know, successful. Because they have become very successful since the Second World War. So in the end of this war, the Allies unwittingly got it right and punished the leaders and not the people for starting this war. The result has been that since then, Germany has been a peaceful and prosperous democratic country that has never threatened any other country with war. Well, that's good. It is clear from this how cruel and brutal men become has a lot to do with how they were treated by other men. Warfare and poverty clearly brutalizes men and brings out the worst side of them. Then brutalized men go on to do the same to other men, including their own sons, creating a vicious cycle of hate and violence. That's for sure. This is me talking. That's for sure. There is a cycle, pattern of each generation passes on. It passes on, passes on. Yet this happens far less with women. Over the years, women have been treated far worse than men by the patriarchal system. Yet few brutalized women become killers. Neither have they formed themselves into Amazon armies and fought back against their oppressors, or have tried to conquer the world, which armies of men have tried to do. Instead, women are more likely to try to civilize men and teach them how to love and care for others. Many male-dominated cultures have seen women's attempts to teach boys and men how to love as a threat and discourage men from mixing with women, telling men they will become soft and weak if they listen to women. Yes, they'll have love. Love is soft and weak. Was Jesus Christ soft and weak? Was Buddha soft and weak? Were the saints soft and weak? So if we want to live in a peaceful and caring world, then the answer is obvious, and that is to allow women to rule our world. This is because women have far less interest in violence and warfare than men. Women will be more strongly influenced by their maternal and nurturing instinct to not only rule as a peaceful world, but also a world without poverty. A world ruled by women will not only benefit women, but men as well, as they will bring out the better side of men and not brutalize men as what happens in a male-dominated society. All right, I'm done with the article, and we'll see you next video.